Today we ask the question, are immigrants of a certain ethnicity to Ireland treated the same as Irish people under the law? Ever since the arrival in numbers in the late 90s of people, let's just say, of a darker skin tone to this island, mostly at the time, as I recall, Nigerians who for some reason happened to be 8 or 9 months pregnant when they got here. We Irish, and I speak from personal experience and from having chatted over the years to numerous people, we have been, let's just say, getting used to the idea. It never was a thing before. It never was part of the fabric of Ireland and Irish society. So a lot of people were trying their very best, because we are a very friendly people, Céad Míle Fáilte and all that good stuff, to accommodate, to be understanding, to be helpful, and fearing being in any way thought of as racist to any degree. We would have walked on eggshells around people of a certain ethnicity, for fear of anything we might do or say, or even a casual look or an aside gesture could be construed, possibly conceivably, as being something racist. Irish people, by and large, walk on eggshells around African heritage people. That's just the way it is. It's just the truth. That's the truth of it. And any Irish person will tell you that is the truth. And this nervousness is in no way helped by the government appointing race grifters, race tutors like Dr. Eben Joseph, to tell us on national TV how we Irish must be trained, must be taught to be not racist.
We've not trained people, and we can't expect our nation to be non-racist if we have not enabled people, we've not trained them, how to be non-racist. So
yes, as if things weren't tricky enough for us Irish to adjust to this new multicultural world. We have people like Dr. Eben Joseph there, a black woman, telling all us Indigenous native Irish people that we're a bunch of racists, and we don't have the inbuilt wit to get on with people of other races. We need to be trained, we need to be taught. And what of all of those women who seemed to arrive in the late 90s, early 2000s, mostly from Nigeria? Of course, arriving 8-9 months pregnant means you're probably going to give birth very quickly. How did that work out? Well, those healthy babies delivered in Irish hospitals, some call them anchor babies, I would never use that term, have grown up, and they've really culturally enriched Ireland. We now have scenes like this. And from just the other night, this.
Hey, watch out.
I think even the casual observer would have to admit multiculturalism is working wonders for the once stale, old-fashioned Ireland. But while we native Irish were queuing up in a bid to sign on to Dr. Eben Joseph's Don't Be a Racist bigot classes, how were our new to the parish multicultural friends treating us native Irish? Was it a quid pro quo? Was it we're all equal under the sun, under God? That type of thing. Well, in most cases, yes. But in some cases, a very definite no. Let me introduce you to the star of today's show and new friend to the channel. A Jamaican man called Andre Buchanan, known online on TikTok et al. As Cannon. He has come from Jamaica to grace our shores and to grace us with his presence. Now, according to his bio, he's a rapper. A rapper, but he also seems to live predominantly, if not exclusively, on state welfare. That is to say, off the Irish taxpayer. Now, when he's not rapping, or one would assume collecting his social welfare from the local post office, he likes to berate and chastise and indeed insult his host nation and the host people, the native Irish, who took him in from Jamaica and housed, clothed, and fed him. Most people would be delighted, in fact, would be euphoric over any or all of the above, but not so Mr. Buchanan of Jamaica. Let's check in on a few of his classic tweets regarding the Irish people and the Irish nation, shall we? I don't care if you're upset about me exposing your racist country. Go and fuck yourselves, ye pack of famine-brained savages. Ye unalive children and oppressed women, I will never stop, so cry your white tears all you want. Them days are over. I don't kiss no man arse. And also, from the same thread, there was no famine in Ireland, ye mad nuts. I think it's fair to say, if he's nothing else, he is a man of letters. Or how about this classic? I dress like this also hoping to piss off racist Irish people. Whatever could he mean? Then there's this. We are getting ready to take over with a Nigerian flag, a Jamaican flag, and an Irish tricolour squashed in the middle. No. No, you're not. No, you're not. Not as long as I and every other red-blooded Irish person, both on this island and in the diaspora, have a breath of life left in our bodies. No, you aren't. Make no mistake about that. But I already know what some of the do-gooders, the virtue signalers, the refugees welcome crowd, the die-hard feminists, come one, come all, sisterhood are saying. Well, that's only a few tweets. Well, the man was just shooting from the hip. Oh, you want some live action, do you? I'll give you live action. Check out a bit of this live action. Spielberg will be proud.
I'm telling all migrants, go and take their houses, bro. Go and take their fucking houses, take their cars, take everything they own. Who do they think they are displacing people in this world? This is not your world. The world is not Ireland, all right? The world is not all about Irish. This is not your world. Migrants go and take their houses and take their cars and take their women and take their jobs.
How absolutely charming. A Jamaican immigrant to Ireland, encouraging migrants to take the native Irish people's jobs, their homes, their women. Well, what's not to like? Why, the man's a veritable gift to the nation. Well, the only problem, the only fly in the ointment here for our rapper Jamaican friend is that we here in Ireland still have a rule of law. We here in Ireland still have laws against incitement to violence and racism in general. And that doesn't mean only white people can be racist. No, any race can be racist. Black people can be racist to white people, to Indigenous Irish people. What did you mean by this tweet, Cannon? Did you mean this? Or this tweet, Cannon? Did you mean this?
Hey, watch out.
I do know from personal experience, living here in Ireland for over half a century, that the vast majority of people, 99.9999% of native Irish people, do not tell others to get strapped up. There's none of that shanking or strapping. No, we used to just get on. Cade me the falcha. Live and let live. But just when you think it can't get any worse, I've often told you on this channel, it can always get worse. It seems Mr. Shank, Mr. Strap Up, Mr. Cannon, the rapper, the man who's so successful, the man with all the ideas, the man with all the solutions, so successful is he that he lives off the Irish taxpayer, who he seems to hate, the Jamaican who has come here and assumed Irish identity, be given a certificate, which means nothing. Let me tell you, a certificate that can be issued can be rescinded just as quickly. No, that would be far too easy, far too straightforward. because he was on a roll, insulting, and demeaning, and degrading the Irish people and the Irish state and the Irish Republic and the men of 1916 who died to forge this nation. No, he wasn't finished there. Why stop short of the ordinary Irish men and women, the plebeiati? No, always go one step further. If you're shanked up or strapped up or whatever the hell you call it in Jamaican terms, why not go after the political class? Go after the politicians. Go after the elected representatives. Well, why not? You're on a roll, aren't you? And you have the added advantage of being black. It's not like the Irish state can do anything to you. Go for it. And, of course, he did. This is in relation to Gavin Pepper, a duly elected Dublin City Councillor, an elected official.
All to keep people with the inclusion and diversity talk.
If the Irish government don't find this guy, we're gonna find him ourselves and deal with him. Alright, we're tired of it now.
What did you mean by that? You're going to find him, you're going to deal with him. Let me tell you something, Mr. Cannon, the rapper, the welfare scrounger. We the Irish, we the native Irish, the real Irish, the patriotic Irish, the wrapped into tricolour Irish, we're tired of you.
All migrants should strap up and protect their migrant families. It's time to get into formation and strap up and protect our families. The government is not doing it, the guard is not doing it, so we must do it for ourselves. Join the black gang, join the migrant gang, the migrant army, so we can take over and do what we need to do to survive.
Enough! 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 I've had it up to here as an ordinary, dyed-in-the-wool, patriotic Irish man. I've had enough. And I think I speak for most patriotic Irish people, both here on the island of Ireland and across the world. And I know many of you watch me, and good luck to you. You're all very welcome. You're all very appreciated. We've had enough. Spread the word. Share this video. We are under attack. We are under invasion. We are under siege here in Ireland by people like this. We have a new Minister for Justice, Jim O'Callaghan. All right, Jim, if I may call you Jim. All right, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt for now. Even though you've come up through the system, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe you will enact change. Maybe you will see what's really going on, and maybe you will start to make a difference. And God knows the bar is low. Helen McEntee was let's just say she was a bit of a damp squib. But Jim, now is the time to make your presence felt. This man, this rapper, this welfare scrounger.
Join the black gang, join the migrant gang, the migrant army, so we can take over and do what we need to do.
This wannabe Irishman who does nothing but insult us, who does nothing but demean us, who does nothing but spit on the grave of our ancestors who forged this nation. You have the power. You're the Minister for Justice. Deport him. Send him back. Send him back to Jamaica. I happen to have it on rather good authority that Jamaica is in dire need of aspiring rappers. Cannon here could become a smash hit. In fact, he could thank us in due course for sending him back there. Whatever certificates he has bestowed to him can be rescinded, and I believe should be rescinded. And don't bog me down with this Queensberry rules, oh, we couldn't possibly, we couldn't think of it, we couldn't dare. Let me refer you to a couple of prescient cases in point. On New Year's Eve in Italy, 2 young Tunisian asylum seekers proceeded to demean and insult the Italian people, the Italian tradition. Within 24 hours, Giorgia Meloni, the Prime Minister of Italy, a true patriot, if ever there was one, had them deported back from whence they came. In 2023, a Muslim imam, Dr. Majoubi, insulted the French Republic, the French flag, the tricolour, and the French people in a way that was beyond the pale. The French Interior Minister, Gérald Darmanin, decided that was a bridge too far, it will not stand, and this Muslim imam from a small town who'd been living there for 30 years was deported back to his roots within 24 hours. Done and dusted. Did the EU or the UN expel France or Italy for this situation, for these actions? Did they sanction them? Did they expel them? Did they make a big fuss over it? No, they did not. No. Nobody said a thing. It just happened, and that was that. And Jim, you could do the same. Get the form, get the piece of paper, and fill it in and sign it. You won't be expelled from the UN. You won't be expelled from the EU. Nothing will happen, except a Jamaican rapper will go back to his roots and start rapping in Jamaica, which is how it should be. And you, Jim O'Callaghan, Ireland's new Justice Minister, would instantaneously become a folk hero. And I'd be the one to help make that happen.